Let's adjust this so that you can see Luna Lovegood and the Spurwitch shirt. Hi, babes. Hi, babes. How you loving? How you loving? Today I'm wearing Luna Lovegood. Luna Lovegood, peeps. Luna Lovegood is in the house. She has a sheer brim. Don't you love Luna Lovegood? I love Luna Lovegood. Yesterday I was on the elevator with someone who reminded me of Luna Lovegood. Witchy Wednesday. God morning, God morning, God morning, God morning. It's 40 money spells and Witchy Wednesday. You got a twofer. And who loves the super witch? What? 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 That's how we roll. Is that how we roll? That's how we roll. I got to wear my hat too. Come on, put your hat on. Come on, Santero. Put your hat on. Put your hat on. It's Witchy Wednesday. It's Witchy Wednesday. And I have incense burning for us. They told me to put on some incense, so I said, yes, yes. And I have my witch bottle with ocean water. Have you ever seen a witch bottle before? I have many witch bottles. This one happens to have ocean water. This is ocean water. Can you believe that ocean water is so clear and clean? Look at this. This is ocean water, crystal clear. You can see a little bit of the sand at the bottom. This is ocean water. Yes, we are on day 36 and Witchy Wednesday. You have witch bottles. Don't you love them? Awakening Grace. We love the witch bottles. By the way, I find that some of the most wonderful products that you get in the store make beautiful witch bottles. This witch bottle was Argo tea. Makes lovely witch bottle. They always have to be glass. A true bottle, not plastic. Never work with plastic. Plastic kills people, right? It kills the animals in the ocean. Is that high tide or low tide water? Ooh. Sentado. This is not high tide water, it's low tide water. It came from the beach at Virginia Beach for our ritual that we had, the full moon ritual, and this is the morning after the full moon ritual. And this water, there's a story with this. So Yemaya brought us to the ocean, right? This is embryonic fluid, right? Because all of us began in the embryo, and the embryonic fluid and the ocean water are that exact same constitution. So Yemaya brought us to the ocean, and this witch bottle had in it another spell of release, and I was to release it at the ocean, and it had been months in the working. So I take it and I release it into the ocean, clean it, clear all that energy for a group of people I was working with. Ooh, you getting got bumps already? Come on. And when I went to the ocean and I released it, I thought that was the end of it. And Yemaya said, now bring me with you. And it was just scooping up of the water. Like she just informed me and impressed on me now to fill this witch bottle with her, bring her with me. I said, okay. And here she is, and now I await my next instructions. You know, in magic, no off to the races and no figuring it out and no trying to figure it out and no thinking. No thinking in magic. No thinking. Magic ain't no thinking thing. So when it's energy, it's consciousness, yet it's not thinking, planning, strategizing. It's flow, it's consciousness. For me, magic is commune with the upper realms and beautiful outcomes and supernatural results from a supernatural being. So I did not know, and I still don't know why she bought this to me. No thinking, Jalen, no thinking. And you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to think, because everything will come to you intuitively. Kathy, you heard energy. You heard magic was manipulating energy. I love that, Kathy. Uh, Magic is not manipulating energy. Magic is channeling energy, which Source gave you the power and ability to do. Magic is moving energy, directing energy, channeling energy in accordance with the will. And for me, the will my will align with divine will is perfect magic for me. Everyone's magic is different. Everyone's magic is different. Oh my God, don't you love Evercrumbly on Etsy? Evercrumbly and Stitch. Is it Evercrumbly and Stitch? That Etsy shop is divine with the witch hats. Oh, it's over. Oh, they are. So, no thinking. So, nothing for me in magic, Evercrumbly and witch. Thank you. Thank you. I love that Etsy shop. Oh my God. You could just look at it and be like, oh, I want that one and that one and that one and that one. I haven't ordered from them yet. I know they're in the UK because so many. I'm going to get my credit card ready because so many cards, so many hats just come to me. They come to me. They come to me. They come to me. Hats. Witch hats are always coming to me. Always. They just come to me. Like the wands and everything else, the crystals, they all come to me. So, magic, hello, magic is not manipulation of anything for me. Now, you can ask other witches that work with energy. For me, it's not manipulation of energy. I don't manipulate anything. Manipulation is an energy that's of the ego, and magic is far beyond the ego. Far beyond the ego. Like the ego can't even keep up with magic. It doesn't know what it is. Woo! Come on! Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Come on, Summer Studio. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, love. A billionfold return to you. By the way, if this is your first time here, I am KAISI, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny. I'm here for your freedom, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. I am a Christian witch, practicing Christian witch, and the author of 14 books on practical spirituality. Hop over to ValerieLove.com and pick up 40 money spells. 40 money spells so that you can follow along with us in this series. And then this is a playlist. Go through the entire show, every episode, all 40 episodes of 40 money spells, okay? So that you can be in tune and aligned and you can work with us. Also, remember to get your wealth grimoire. And this is the beautiful journal by which you will write that accompanies. You want to get a journal, a wealth grimoire to go with 40 money spells. This is mine. Before we pray, a word about grimoires. It is Witchy Wednesday, so thank you for being with us, Marie Laveau. Or I would say, this is not exactly Marie Laveau, it's an artist's rendering of Marie Laveau. Okay, so thank you, Marie Laveau, for being with us this morning in our Witchy Wednesday experience. Do you love her? Do you love her? Oh my God, look at that look. Do you love her? Look at that. What does it make you feel when you look at her? This is one bad witch. Ha ha ha. Marie Laveau, beauty. She's beautiful. God morning, God morning, God morning, God morning. She's beautiful, beautiful. Power. Do you feel the power coming from those eyes? Look at the knowing. No, my son didn't create this. I got this from Hex in Salem. We will be in Salem October 1st to the 5th at the Christian Witches, Covenant of Christian Witches retreat. If you go to my website at valerielove.com, go to events and retreats, and be sure to mark the dates for the retreat. It's only, the retreat is only 5 days. It's from Monday through Friday in Salem, Massachusetts. Yeah, Voodoo Queen right there. Look at the knowing. Look at the ancient. Look how ancient and wise. She got the knowing, like ancient and wise, like whoo, and clear. Ancient and wise. Salem is just a few hours from me. I'm in upstate New York. I would love to go to Salem. Come on, Kathy, come with us. So the retreats that are coming up are October 1st to the 5th. Woo! Come on, Christy! Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Today I am wearing Luna Lovegood. A billionfold return to you, Christy. Love you and appreciate you. Listen, the retreat, when we go to, thank you, this is Luna Lovegood. This is Luna Lovegood with Bo. This is Luna Lovegood. It's 25 minutes from me. We'd love to go to. Come on, come with us. Now, when we go to the Christian Witches retreat, we will be shopping all around in Salem. But the most important part is our curriculum, because we will be getting into Bible magic and the mages of the Bible, including Daniel, and Kabbalistic teachings, and all of that yummy scriptural sorcery, Bible magic, bibliomancy. Oh my God. Oh, she knows what's going on, doesn't she? With everybody and everything. She would just look at you and she knows what's going on. A word about writing. And then we'll continue. Santero, come with us in Santero Mystic. Come with us in October. Plus, it's my birthday week. It's my birthday week. It's my birthday week. Now, mind you, this is not the actual Marie Laveau. This is an artistic rendering of her, okay? This is not like, yeah, she like, you better not, hello. She's side-eyeing in a magical way. This is not the actual Marie Laveau. That is an artist's rendering of Marie Laveau, okay? So remember, everything is not literal. Let me take it out the plastic, because she says liberate me, and I said okay. Everything is not literal. It's a card, and I wanted to have her in my magical space, and I wanted that energy in my magical space, so that's why I bought this. Okay? There you have her. And she blesses our Witchy Wednesday today. Let's pray. The power of writing things out in your grimoire is, I cannot overstate the power. And her eyebrows on fleek, I tell you. I cannot overstate the power of writing in your grimoire. Writing is magic. If you look at this, this is one of the biggest wands this is one of the most powerful wands you will ever wield. This has started wars. This has ended wars. This has put people in slavery. This has given people houses, money, cars. This is one of the most powerful wands in existence. Use it for your everlasting good. God morning, bushwoman. Hello. Use it. Your word is your wand. Hello. Hello. So when it occurs to you as the spell is coming to you, Write it out. Make it plain. Let's pray. A deep breath, knowing you're a super being. Breathe in the deliciousness of this universe and know that you are one with all life. Breathe. Super beings know how to breathe well. You are a super being, or you're a super being in training. Either way, you're still a super being. Come on, LoveTubers, let's do this. Let's ascend. We are a global community of soul ascenders. Come on, LoveTubers, let's do this. Breathe. And we pray, blessed, great, divine spirit, Mother, Father, God, thank you for sending us all the witches throughout the ages. Thank you for all the witches on the planet now. Thank you for all the witches who heal and uplift and cast spells and read, sling cards and read crystal balls and scry and talk to angels and wield magic, powerful magic. Thank you for all the psychics and the healers and the clairvoyants. Thank you for all those who serve others. Thank you for all the witches who know, who simply know even if they don't practice. Thank you for every witch that was ever born on planet Earth. We lift the witches today on this Witchy Wednesday. We rise up in power. This is a Witchy Wednesday. This is the day of the witches. This is the day that we remember our magic and wield it well. Amen. Breathe. And today, our chant is simply an Om. So let's Om together, wherever you may be, taking care of the children, making breakfast, walking to work, walking to your business, going to your office, in the farm, in the field, listening, on the transit experience, listening, in your vehicle, listening, wherever you may be, about to get on a plane, as I am today, listening. Yes. Yes, yes, wherever you may be, chant Om. Let's send a big, beautiful Om of creation around the whole globe. Together, breathe in. Release it with an Om. Om. Lovely. Again, a second Om. Think of all the beautiful creations all over the globe. Om is the symbol of creation, the sacred sound of creation. Om. Again, a third Om for the whole universe, of which you are a star child in this great, big, beautiful, gorgeous universe. Om. And breathe. And be still and know. And when you're ready, gentle with yourself, loving with yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, love yourself, not in an egoic, narcissistic way. Love yourself, knowing that you are the love of this whole universe, and the universe loves you, and the universe is you. Love yourself. When you're ready to return an aspect of your awareness to the time-space continuum known as the third dimension, when you open your eyes, be sure to be here now, not later today, not next week. You have no power next week. All your power is here now. When you're ready, slowly raise your gaze, look down, and then slowly raise your gaze. Open the shutters to your soul. Eyes are the windows to the soul. Open the shutters. And keep your awareness and your attention on spirit all day. On source. Not outside you, as your own higher self. Day 36. Welcome. You are on 40 money spells, and it is Witchy Wednesday, so you get a twofer. Day 36. One of my faves. I can afford that. Let's put it in the chat. Do we see that? I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. Now, first of all, I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. Let's take a peek at the shirt for anyone who wasn't with us earlier for the Super Witch shirt. I can afford that. Oh, yes, I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. Marvin the Magi, Mystic Eyes. I can afford that. Of course you can. You're rich. I was born rich. I can afford that. I can afford that. Yes, 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 cats. Yes. Yes, Emir Otto. Yes, I can afford that. Yes, Ray's Alchemy. Yes, Harlem World King. Yes, yes, Mr. Guys, you can afford that. You can afford that. Jay, you can afford that. Come on, Buddhas and Butterflies. Oh, I can afford that. Yeah. Yeah. I can afford that. Yeah, I can afford that. Where did this spell come from? Here was I can afford that. Come on, Melissa, I can afford that. I can afford Santeto. I can afford that. Yeah. And you see, this was the inner conversation I began having with myself, because what I realized is that there was a running script that I didn't even know about that came from me coming up in the hood that said, you can't afford that. What, does money grow on trees? What you think? We ain't made of money. And none of that is true, because money does grow on trees, because money is paper, and they used to make money from trees. So that wasn't true, what they told us. Then, what do you think? I'm made of money? Yeah, because money's energy, and we're all made of energy. So yeah, you're made of money. Yeah, like this stuff wasn't true. And when we come into the fullness of who we are as magical beings, supernatural beings, super beings, you begin to intuit that these things were not true that they were saying, because they spoke of illusion, the illusion of lack. Yes, you are energy. You are energy. And they spoke to the illusion of lack. So because they were speaking to an illusion, it doesn't exist. Lack is a no thing. It's a no thing. It's a no thing. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Abundance is real. Lack is a no thing. It doesn't exist. So because we were taught these things, woo, come on, Melissa, come on. Money in the vortex, 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 money in the vortex. Come on, Melissa. A billionfold return to you and all our super chatters today and every day. Today and every day. Rich, rich, rich. So because we were conditioned with all these things that were illusions, literally lies, deceit, not because the people who told them to us got morning DG on tap, not because the people told us, yes, I can afford that, right? Designer goods, trying to put Jason, keep buying your designer goods, because you come around me, you can have all the designer goods on that you like. Come on. Hello, get it. Luxury. And so the ones who were bringing us up and who were responsible for our upbringing, they were not always the most conscious people. Come on, I'm getting my life at Gucci. I know that's right. They were not maybe the most conscious people. They loved us, yet they were only giving us what they knew. They couldn't give us what they didn't have. So they loved us and they gave us so much. And now we're here to elevate what they gave us, right? What they did give us were the principles, like the principles of discipline, the principle of work, I won't say work because I don't really like the word work, and your subconscious mind doesn't like the word work. I will say industry, being industrious. They did teach us that. They taught us, you know, how to get up and right. And they taught us good principles, didn't they? They just didn't have all the puzzle people. My people, anyway. I don't know about your people. Maybe your people had everything put together perfectly. My people didn't quite have the whole story put together because they were still in the lack limitation, victim consciousness, the man, and all that kind of stuff in the hood mentality. That's what my people, but they were still loving and they gave us the best they could. They did the best they could, didn't they? They did the best they could. Everyone only did the best they could. Now is for us to elevate and for us to do the best we can. So love on them. Love on them. Thank them for all they gave us. And now you're in charge of your consciousness. Now you are the grown person in charge of mothering and fathering you. Right? Do you mean discipline too, Coyote? Yes, discipline, Jalen. I don't mean discipline as in hitting people. Don't hit your kids. Just bad business. Don't hit your kids. I don't mean that kind of discipline. I mean the discipline of doing the things that you know you're supposed to do even when you don't feel like doing it. Boy, did the cult teach me that, because I knocked on doors. We got up every Saturday morning. All the other kids were watching cartoons, but where was I? Knocking on doors. You want to watch Tana Wake? I didn't say it exactly like that, but it was something like that. It was had that flavor to it, yeah. Would you like to live forever in a paradise earth? Oh my God. So yeah, they taught me discipline. They taught me discipline. Had to wake up every Saturday morning. I have a series coming to the channel called the XJW story. And I just have to show y'all my schedule, a day in the life of Jehovah's Witness. You'll be amazed. You will be amazed. You will be amazed at all the stuff they had us doing. It don't even take all of that. All these religions that have you doing all this stuff, it does not take all that to be with God. Yes, indeed, J. Lynn. Oh, it wasn't no or. No, we got up. It wasn't no or get whooped. No, in my house, it was no or. You were getting up. That was the end of it. It was no discussion. Thank you, Anissa. It was no discussion. It wasn't no options. And the only way we stayed home on a Saturday is if we were sick, and it was the kind of sick that was provable sick. Like my mom didn't go for, feeling warm, because, you could get something and put it on yourself and make yourself feel warm. She didn't go for that. She didn't go for my stomach hurts. She didn't go for that. She needed to see diarrhea coming out your booty. Let me look at the toilet. Nah, that's how my mom was. You wasn't putting nothing over my mom. Oh my God. She was so... That's what I needed. That's what I needed to cut the BS, because my mom was a BS cutter. She would get that belt. My mom would beat us to within an inch of our lives. Because back then you could beat your kids, it wasn't with no recourse. It was, and you think I was going to get on some phone. First of all, could I even reach the phone? It was on a wall up in the kitchen. I couldn't even reach the phone. You a kid. It wasn't no mobile phones. Who was I going to call on my mom? I didn't even think there was any other option. If I had called somebody on my mom, I would not be sitting here with you right now. Because I am certain that Jackie McIntosh, she would have took me out, okay? Mom, thank you. Mom's on the other side cracking up. My mother and my father right here. They're on the other side cracking up. Well, my mom's on the other side cracking up. Like, no, you did what Jackie McIntosh said you was going to do. And Jackie McIntosh was a Jehovah's Witness for 50 years of her life. Over 50 years, my mother knocked on doors in New York City. If you live anywhere in New York City, she probably knocked on your door. That was my mama. I don't know anybody that did anything for 50 years. And guess what? I cannot fault the witnesses about that because my mama got her life in the witnesses. She was loving life. She was having a ball. It was not for me. Hell to the no. They put me out of that joint. Watch my video, how I got this fellowship for Jehovah's Witnesses. God bless her. Oh my God, Jalen, she found her life. You know why? Because the witnesses found her when she was young, rebellious. She was 19. She had just had me. Now, actually, she was 22. She had me at 19. She was a single mom. And having a baby at that day and age with no husband, they called me a bastard. They called her all kinds of names. She was like, whatever. Whatever. I mean, this was the 60s. And she was not, we just coming out of the 50s, the June Cleaver age of women are supposed to stay home with a little apron on and vacuum the floor. And when the husband comes in the door from work, say, hi, honey, can I get you a drink? Hi, honey. It was Stepford Wives. Well, that was the 70s, but in the 50s, it was little June Cleaver. They sitting around at the dinner table. The mother made dinner. The father went to work. The little kid went to school with his little rolled up pants and his little rolled up shirt. The 50s. We talking about like, what was that show with the sheriff? What was that show with the sheriff? Oh man, that used to be on TV that everybody used to love. The Matlock actor. And he used to be a sheriff back in the day. And he had a deputy named Barney. What was the name of that show? Yes, Danielle. Vacuuming with the little pearls and the little heels. Andy Griffin. It was Andy Griffin time. Ed Sullivan. And my mother was getting her life. She got pregnant. They were like, you pregnant? You can't have this baby. She was like, oh, I'm having my baby. That was me. Y'all see where I come from. You see why I'm out of control. You see why Wiz says I'm OC. I'm like, that's right, I'm OC, out of control. And so here she says, oh yeah, I'm having my child. Father split, couldn't do it. I heard in meditation the conversation between them that he could not handle a kid. What was he gonna do? He was 19, 20, she was 19. What were they gonna do? And how would he have been ostracized for this? Oh my God. You feel me, Jason? Thank you. And I'm happy to share my journey. And that's why I had the experience of abandonment before I was born, because my soul came into this incarnation. You lived that life in the 60s and 70s, right, Judy? My soul came into this incarnation to overcome abandonment. That's the major theme of this lifetime. That's the major soul resolution I came in here to. That's why I came to planet Earth. For abandonment, forgiveness. Did you know your father at all? I never met him. Kathy, I never met him. The birth father, I never met him. Now, my mother got married when I was 8 to my father who raised us. And that's my father, as far as I know. Never met the birth father. Never met him. That wasn't his job. His job was to sire me. It wasn't his job to be around. That wasn't his job. See, these are all soul assignments. We made all these agreements before we came here. Yeah, the Andy Griffin Show. Don't you love it? That wasn't his assignment. His assignment was he had to leave. That's exactly what I'm saying. He had to leave. So that, hello, come on, Jay. He had to leave because my soul came in for abandonment to resolve. You see, your soul came in here for a purpose. It came here for abandonment, for forgiveness, for working out old karma. Your soul didn't just plop on planet Earth for no reason. Oh, no, 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 no. Your soul has a very good reason for being here. Let me get this question, because I saw a beautiful question. Let me get this question. Santero, one time I scared some Mormon guys when I put my pentacle on my door in a small altar outside. They asked me, have you ever thought of coming to God? And I answered, have you ever thought of the devil? Oh my God. Because that's what they think. And a lot of people believe that magical people are of the devil, and that's why we're here to support people. Oh my God, that was a good one. Magical people are here to support people in coming to their right understanding. Satan worshipers are Satan worshipers. Witches are witches. Satan worshipers and witches are not the same thing. There's devil worshipers. There's Satanists. There's pagans. There's all different people. You have to ask each of these people what it is that they do. I am a witch. I'm a Christian witch. I was born a witch, and I have Christ as my ascended master, my master teacher, the one that I ascribe to, the one that I aspire to be most like. Christ is my dude. So what's hard about that? It's very simple. Christ in the craft integrated. It's very simple. Christ in the craft integrated is very simple. Christ was a magician. It's very simple to me. But people seem to get really caught up on the Christian witch. It's very simple to me. Very simple. I'm a witch that practices that I have the craft in Christ integrated. It's simple. I can go to the church and get down with the gospel, and then I'm gonna come home and do a spell. What part do you not understand? I don't get it. Where's the issue? But people seem to think there's issues. So that's why we're here, right? We're here. Christ is my dude. Child, what? And guess what? When I was coming into my magical powers and abilities and finally allow them to fully express or express as fully as I could in each moment, I had conversations with Christ, and this is what Christ said to me. I said, all this stuff that people say about you and magic and witches, and this is what Christ told me. He said, you don't need to drop Jesus just because you remembered you're a witch. And that was so simple. Like you were in the church all this time. Then you remembered you were a witch. You don't need to drop me just because you remembered you're a witch. You don't need to drop Jesus just because you remembered you're a witch. Oh, Lord, I can't touch Jesus no more. But that's what people think. We are here. Spirit told me you are here to dispel. Some people cast spells. There's also another part of it, to dispel. That means dispel fear and ignorance. People are under a spell of ignorance from many different places. I don't put blame on anything or anyone. It's simply our journey. That's all. Jesus said, you don't have to give me up just because you remembered you was a witch. Think Jesus is a witch in the law. That's right. Oh, Jesus, for me, Jesus is absolutely a high wizard, a mage. The Kabbalists call him one of the greatest Kabbalists that ever walked the word. I can't touch Jesus no more. Come on, Santoro. Jesus take anybody. Jesus takes Satanists. Jesus take devil worshipers. Anybody that wants Jesus, Jesus wants you. That's how he rolls. He don't have no demands. He has no demands. Now, Christians, on the other hand, they have endless demands. The Christ, and when I say Jesus, I don't mean a person walking around in sandals. I mean Christ consciousness, which is an ascended consciousness of oneness with the one, oneness with all. If there's oneness with the one and oneness with all, why would there be any distinction between God and the devil? Ooh, don't start talking about the devil. Don't get me started. Let's go to 36 before y'all get me in trouble. All right. Actually, I can't get in trouble. I done already said everything. Spell 36. I can afford that. Notes on this spell. I've practiced this spell effectively for years until one day I looked up and it was true. I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. That's right. That's right. Don't stop until you reach Christ consciousness. Step 1. Decide. Decide to be rich now. Not next year, not 5 years from now. Don't put it in your 5-year plan, in your 20-year plan. Now. Now is all your power. All your power is in the now. Feel rich now. Decide to be rich now. Now, when I say decide, I don't mean, oh, sure would be nice. I don't mean, yeah, I really want that. I don't mean that. The energy of decision is a cutting off energy. It cuts off everything other than the thing. I decided. Do you know that every billionaire made a fortune, lost a fortune, made a fortune, lost a fortune, made a fortune, lost a fortune, was homeless, was, do you know that every billionaire, do you know that I was listening to the billionaire who created Paul Mitchell Systems? Have you ever listened to him? Look up right here on YouTube, Paul Mitchell Systems. He's a multi billionaire. Listen to him. He was homeless twice. One time he said he was homeless. The first time he was homeless with his 2.5-year-old son. I mean, every billionaire, every rich person was poor, was broke, in and out of wealth, made the fortune, had some kind of setback, made it again, had some kind of setback, thought they was going to get it, something devastating happened. This is the curriculum. But people get scared, and as soon as they get one little bad thing happen, or one little bad thing, no such thing as bad things, thank you. One little strange thing happens that's out of the plan, and they slip back, and they're like, oh no, hey, Mike the Goo, how you loving? How you loving? He just came home, yay! Steve Harvey slept in his car. Tyler Perry walked around sleeping in his car, had holes in the bottom of his shoes. He said that's why he has a whole closet full of shoes right now, because he had holes in his shoes. If you look at Paul Mitchell Systems, Paul Mitchell, the one who created Paul Mitchell Systems that is now all over the world, 150 countries, he's a multi-billionaire, was homeless not once, twice homeless. And the first time he was homeless with his 2.5-year-old child. Look at that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. Before he made his billions and came into all this money, him and his son were homeless. Will Smith played the character with his real natural son. Every person who has come into enormous wealth, had setback after setback after setback after setback, make a fortune, lose a fortune, make a fortune, lose a fortune, make a fortune, lose a fortune, make a fortune, keep a fortune. That's the curriculum. Money is not going to just, a whole lot of money is just not going to pile on your head. So the second time he was homeless, he said, oh, this is going to be so good. He had the whole thing all planned out for Paul Mitchell Systems. He had the whole thing all planned out. He was going to get, put this in the chat, he was going to get an investor of $500,000. Put this in the chat, $500,000. Because he knew he needed $500,000 to start Paul Mitchell Systems. Put it in the chat, $500,000. $500,000. Put it in the chat. Oh, this is Luna Lovegood, by the way, family. $500,000, and this is Witchy Wednesday, so I'm wearing my Super Witch shirt. Put it in the chat. $500,000, $500,000, $500,000, $500,000. Yes, $500,000. I want us to really have that number. $500,000, 500. So feel the feeling of getting a check. He was about to get a check from his investor, from his backer. It's Witchy Wednesday. This is Luna Lovegood, Mike the Goo. This is Luna Lovegood. It's Witchy Wednesday. $500,000. Okay, beautiful. So everybody, we got the 500,000, right? We got the 500,000. You are starting your business and you are about to get a check. You're about to receive a check for $500,000 to start your business. Everything. Yes, Luna Lovegood is the name of the hat. Everything is in order. All my witch hats are named after witches I love. Everything is in order, right? Right? Imagine you're about to get the check. That day, you get up, you get dressed, everything's in order. Your backer is there. They're about to give you a check. You got a meeting with them that afternoon, and you are about to go and receive this check. You've already put in order. Now you're homeless. You don't have no place to live, and you already have in your mind, as soon as I get that check and it clears through the bank, I'm going to get my little, efficiency apartment, blah, blah, blah. Don't you love it? Don't you love it, Mr. Guys? He had everything planned out for that $500,000. He woke up that morning, you getting showered, you ready for this $500,000. You ready, you ready, you ready. He gets a phone call. It was the investor. They said, we're not doing it. I'm not giving you the check. What? You got people standing by. You have the orders already placed on credit because you're about to get this 500,000. You know how everything is already set up for you to get this $500,000, $500,000. The day he's supposed to get that money, the very day. They didn't even tell him the day before. And he was talking to them. They said it's off. Why? They said the economy is off. Interest rates are at 11%. We just can't do this. It's not a good investment of our 500,000. No, I'm not doing it. And before they signed on a dotted line, they backed out. Can you imagine how devastating that is? And you're homeless, and you have this good idea to start Paul Mitchell Systems. Look him up. He's right here on YouTube. Look, who is the inventor of Paul Mitchell Systems? He said he knew he had a great product. He was homeless. The man is a multi-billionaire. Not just billionaire, multi-billionaire. And guess what he said? They said at Paul Mitchell Systems, they have only had 30 people leave the company in all these years that the company has been going on. They have only had 30 people leave the company. Why? He said because when he was homeless and he couldn't buy lunch, he said he decided he was going to buy all his employees lunch, free lunch for everybody. Everybody, you work at Paul Mitchell, you get free lunch. I got God bumps. He said he decided he was going to treat people how he wanted to be treated. So when he had his company, when he finally did get his company up and going, because he wasn't going to stop just because he didn't get the $500,000 investment. He was not going to stop. So guess what? When he did get his company up and running, he said, I'm going to treat people how I want to be treated. And he decided that he was going to pay for everybody's lunch every day. Everybody gets free lunch every day because when he was homeless, he did not have the money to get lunch. Do you think that homelessness did something for him? The universe knows what it's doing. The universe is shaping and molding you without breaking you into the kind of person that will be the most magnificent person for the universe at large if you're willing to play. And he said he always gave. 30 people, only 30 people have ever left the company. People want to work for Paul Mitchell Systems right now. You can't even get a job there because you have to wait till somebody dies because the employees never leave. They're like, we ain't leaving. We get free lunch up in here. He said they take good care of their people. They take good care of their people. People don't leave. He has something like 99% retention of his employees year over year over year over year over year. The employees ain't going nowhere. You know how people go to one job and then another job and another job and another job? That does not happen at Paul Mitchell Systems. Does not happen. Because they treat people well. Because he said he wanted to be treated. He wanted to treat his other people like he wanted to be treated. Yes, you would think. Isn't that Jason? When I heard his story, my mouth was just open. Guess how he was homeless the first time, family? Before we complete with I can afford that. Guess how he was homeless the first time? He said he came home. Him and his wife, they didn't have a lot. They had a little 2.5-year-old son. And he came home one day. And here he was, walking up the steps in their apartment. They had 2 cars, one raggedy car and one nice car. Walking up the steps. No, this time he didn't even have 2 cars. He had 1 car. He's walking up the steps to his apartment. As he's going up the steps to his apartment, his wife is coming out of the apartment. She closed the door behind him. And as they pass on the steps, she throws him the keys to the apartment and says, I'll be back. He gets the keys. That was odd. He gets the keys. She jets with the only car they have He opens the door to the apartment, sees their 2.5-year-old son sitting there on a pile of clothes, the apartment just about cleaned out, with a note. I can't deal with being a mother at this time. I know you can take better care of him than I can. I know he'll be better off with you. She had cleaned out the bank account. She took the only good card they had. And she had been planning this for so many months that she had been taking the rent money. He thought he was working and that she was paying the rent. She had not been paying the rent. She was saving the money, all the rent money, so she could plan her escape. Now, this is his experience. Now, if we go to her, she's going to share with us her experience, right? So we're not making her the bad guy. Please don't take that out of this story. I don't know where she's living. I don't know what happened. And she took the only car they had. He didn't even have a car. 3 days later, because the rent had not been paid for months, he gets evicted with the 2.5-year-old baby. He didn't even know that he was getting evicted because, of course, probably she was there and she was taking care of the papers and she was That's how his billions started. Can you? Paul Mitchell Systems. His name is Paul. His name is not Paul Mitchell System. His name is Paul. I forget his last name. Look him up. Look up the creator of Paul Mitchell Systems. That was the first time he was homeless. So now you put out on the street with your 2.5-year-old child and you can't even live in your car because you don't have a car. She took the car. She took the money. Hello? Can I please title all your named items? Yes, you can. Help yourself. I name all my hats after witches I love. So you think you got problems? If you got a house, I think you're better off. Even if you don't have a house, you can, maybe you're on a couch. If you're not in a couch, maybe you're sleeping in a car. It's okay. Because guess what? Your billions are coming. It's okay. This is par for the course. Eat that stuff for breakfast because something good's coming your way. Eat that stuff for breakfast. Say, okay, today I'm here in a car. I'm going to eat this for breakfast. I'm going to pray. I'm going to align. I'm going to intuit into my vision. I'm going to ask spirit realms, what am I to do every day? Who am I to serve? What am I to say? Where am I to go? I'm going to work my magic. I'm going to raise my consciousness. I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to chant. Next thing you know, you lift right up out of there. You lift right up out of there. He was homeless a second time. A second time he was homeless as well. The billions are coming. The billions are coming. That's already assured. The question is, can they meet up with you because you've done what's required to raise your consciousness to meet up with it? The billions are coming. We can even say that the billions are already here. Are you raising your consciousness to the place that you can meet up with all your good? Because your good is in a high consciousness and you have one job and one job only, your own consciousness. You have one job and one job only, only your consciousness. Don't you love how the sun is coming up? I do too. I love it. I'm getting a nice little tan here. Oh my God, the second time that he was homeless? Well, a similar experience happened. He was with his second wife, and the experience worked out that they decided to go their separate ways. It wasn't a surprise this time, because he probably was never going to have that experience. So, lunar, source of witchy power and purity, hat moon. Wait a minute. I have to read this name. Luna, source of witchy power and pointy hat moon, energy of hattiness. Mike the Goo. I am going to come back to this video and the video from yesterday, and I'm going to write out that name because I'm gonna put that name inside of her. Thank you. Because Mike, You gave the most incredible name to my sunny flower the other day, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to get, oh my God, he is off the charts at naming things. And he named Violet and Pinky. Remember, he named Pinky and Violet. I have to go back and get all of those names because they are incredible. You got the gift, Harry Potter. You got the gift. Hattiness. Name away, Mike. Have at it. Every time you see me with a hat, put it in the comments what the name of it is. I'm going to look for your names. Gifted. Totally gifted, right? But they want him to try to do something that's in school, and he's not vibing with that, and he can do his own thing. Let me see what you title yourself. I title myself Mike the Goo, namer of items and giver of energy, holding names. I know that's right. Ooh, yes. Family, Ashe. Don't we remember Pinky? Family, Ashe to Mike. Come on, village. You say Ashe when someone says something you agree with. And you, yeah, isn't he a wizard? Poof, magic. Ashe. Ashe, Mike the Goo. Ashe. Wow, look at that power. All hail Pinky and her sister Violet. Mike the Goo. God, you are magical. God, you are magical. You got gifts. Let me say, all hail Violet. All hail Luna. Mike the Goo, thank you very much for that super chat. A billionfold return to you. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Your billions are already here. However, when you do this work of asking for money and all of this wonderful work that we're doing in our money spells, when you do this work, remember, as you raise your consciousness, the universe says, yes. Now, it doesn't give you the thing. It gives you the curriculum to become the person who has the thing and keeps the thing. As soon as you say, make me a millionaire, the universe says, yes. It doesn't give you $1 million. It turns you into a millionaire. People don't like the curriculum because the curriculum is hard. You say, I want a lovely boo. The universe says, yes. And it puts you in the curriculum for the boo. It doesn't give you the boo. I want a new home. The universe says, yes. It immediately puts you in the class, the curriculum. So the universe does not, and that does it. No, it's not. It is meaning that the universe is now going to mold and shape you into being the person that has that. Give you an example. You want a boo. Who here wants a boo? Who here wants a lovely boo? Oh my God, the woman or the man of your dreams. Who here wants a lovely boo? Hello. Who here wants a lovely boo? You want that boo? Oh, that perfect love partner, right? That perfect love partner. Because a lot of people want this because this is a natural desire of the soul, partnership. Here is what happens. Anybody wants the lovely boo? Up for debate. Anybody wants a lovely boo? Or put in the chat what you want. Anything you desire, something big. Something big. It's so true. Yes, I haven't had a boo in years. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I got one. Okay, not a boo. That's not a good example, maybe. Because y'all are here for money. So how about billionaire? How about being on the billionaire Forbes billionaire list? You're a billionaire. How about that? I got me mine. I know that's right. How about billionaire? I got one. All right. Everybody got boos. I love it. All right. A billionaire? Okay, I want a perfect love partner. Okay. Billions. All right. Come on, Harlem World King said billions. There it is. Mic drop on that one. Billions. So let's go with billions. You ask the universe, Because you know within yourself you're supposed to be a billionaire. I already knew in myself I'm supposed to be rich. Yet you look at your bank account, you don't currently see billions. What's going on here? Or a trillionaire, beautiful, even better, trillions. You look at your bank account, you don't currently see it. Well, there's a distinction between where you are and where you desire to be, right? There's a distinction. We call this contrast. Contrast, that's all. Nothing bad, nothing good. Don't get upset about it. Don't judge it. Contrast. Okay, what's the contrast? Currently, I'm a thousandaire, but I want to be a trillionaire. Contrast. So you say to the universe, okay, rich. That's what I desire to be. I desire to be rich. The universe says, yes. People think the inner universe says no. Bridget, beautiful inner peace. Beautiful inner peace. This works with everything. People think the universe is playing games with them. The universe doesn't play games. People think that the universe is torturing us. The universe doesn't torture people. This is a loving universe. It's a friendly universe. Financially independent, beautiful. Now, isn't there a reason why you don't have it now? Of course there's a reason why you don't have it now. Isn't there a reason why you don't have abundance now? Isn't there a reason why you don't have inner peace now? Isn't there a reason why you don't have the money you desire now? There's a reason. What is the reason? The reason is in consciousness. Something in my consciousness, not in judgment or blame, simply my consciousness, my vibration is not a match. Debt free, beautiful. We can take that one too. It's not a match. Somewhere when the universe reads my, an infinite year. Somehow when the universe reads my energy, the universe does not read billionaire. Somehow the universe, when it reads my energy and is giving me a perfect match by law, you can always tell exactly what's in your consciousness by what you are receiving in your outer world. Therefore, the universe is always reading energy, matching energy, looking at your energy, match your energy. This is an energetic universe. So what is the universe going to do now that you said billions and the universe said yes? The universe always says yes to you. Always. The universe doesn't know the word no. Okay? Come on. Come on, Buddhas and butterflies. Come on. Then what it begins to do is send you people and circumstances and situations that will shift your energy and your vibration to match the thing that you have. And if you go along with the program and the process of the universe, not only will you have the billions, you'll be able to keep the billions like Oprah. But you see people that try to push and try to shortcut and try to manipulate and try to make things happen. And guess what happens? They slide right back down to where they're supposed to be in consciousness, because you cannot fool the universe and you're always going to get exactly what you're supposed to get in consciousness. You can't get what you're not supposed to have. You cannot. Trust me, I tried. Trust me, I tried to break the system. It's got to be a loophole in this law thing. It's got to be a shorter, faster, quicker way. There is no shorter, faster, quicker way. One of my mentors told me the long way is the shortcut. Put it in the chat. The long way is the shortcut. The long way is the shortcut. We want it now. We want it right now. Guess what? The universe has a way of molding you, shaping you, helping you, lifting you, taking care of you, and bringing you to that thing. And when it brings you to that thing, you gonna maintain it. It's gonna maintain. That's why Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. Only took him 20, 30 years to get there. Only. And what's 20, 30 years to you? You're an infinite being. What's 20, 30 years? Nothing. Nothing. So go through your curriculum. Here's the part of the curriculum. Can I tell you the part of the curriculum people hate? Let me tell you the part of the curriculum people hate. They hate getting not the thing. Ooh. But when you ask for the thing, you have to get not the thing first. It's a law. Neil Donald Walsh calls it the law of opposites. So, why, if you ask for money, you have to be broke first? Why? Universe, I don't know anyone who has not gone through the whole curriculum and has it and is maintaining it. They all went through their curriculum. They went through their curriculum. Yes, the repeating. I love that. I love that. Let me draw out why we repeat. Here's why we repeat. Don't you love? We keep repeating the same patterns over and over, like, oh, shoot, I've been here before. I thought I dealt with this. What is going on? I'll show you exactly what's going on. Upper realms revealed all of this to me. It's very clear now. It was not clear before, and I was in a lot of pain. Get a book. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. And draw a spiral like this, going down. Draw this spiral. So get a book and draw like a spiral. Okay? This is what it looks like. Okay? Spiral. Now, let's say that this worthiness issue is like here. Let's say there's a worthiness issue in your consciousness. You can't be rich with this worthiness issue in your consciousness, and the universe knows you have this worthiness issue, and if you keep child, that the upper realms done told me everything. They told me because I asked, because it was my own crazy life that was making me ask all these questions. Every time I had this experience, I went up to heaven. What now? They said, well, this is how it works. Because I told heaven everything you tell me, I'm going to tell people. They said, we know. That's why they tell me everything, because they know I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to share it. This is what it is. If you become a billionaire and you have this worthiness issue, you're going to lose all your money. Then you'll be more devastated than when you started. This is how it works. Here you are. You're having a good time, having a good time, having a good time, having a good time. Yay, yay, yay. Boom, you hit up with your unworthiness issue. Oh, dang, I thought I dealt with this. What's going on? So you do some prayers and some meditations and some affirmations, and you come on my channel and you're feeling better, you're feeling better, you're feeling better, you're feeling better. You hit it again. Wow, I thought I already dealt with this. What the hell is going on? I must be losing it. And so you do start doing some work again, start doing some work. You're feeling better, feeling better, feeling better, feeling better. Wee, life is going good. Oh yeah, I'm free of that. Oh yeah, I'm free of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Boom. What? I meet up with something else in my life that shows me I still have a worthiness issue. See, because you don't know how deep the worthiness issue goes in your consciousness, but the universe knows. So here you are, you're doing the work. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This worthiness thing is showing up again in my relationships and my money and my bank accounts. Oh my God, what's going on? And so you start doing the work and you go to YouTube and you get another book and you get another book and you feel better. Then you hit it again. Oh my God, why in the world is this going on? I can't take it, I can't take it. What in the world? And then you do some more prayer and affirmation, meditation, go deeper, you go deeper. You feeling good, you feeling good, you feeling good. You're like, yeah, baby, I'm free of that. Yeah, baby, I'm free of that, but not quite yet. Bam, you hit it again. But see, now you're going to end it. You see, this is how your soul works out things. It works it out in cycles. Cycles. It keeps circling around. Your soul keeps circling around to the same thing until you resolve it. So every time you meet it, aren't you a different person? Weren't you a different person here than you were here? Every time you meet it, you're a different person. People get so upset because they keep meeting the same things in their life. And I get so happy that I keep meeting the same things in my life, because it means I'm working it out on a soul level. You're like, your soul is chewing on it and ruminating on it. And your soul will circle around. It doesn't just stay on it. It'll cycle back around like, in a beautiful circular, it's like a vortex. It's so beautiful. Your soul will circle back around, and one day that thing will be completely resolved in your consciousness. You'll never see it again. And you go on and on and on as an infinite being. You go on and on and on as a stream of consciousness, as an infinite being. You will never see that thing ever again, ever. That's why. So if you think, if the universe just plopped $1 billion on you right here, because that's what you want, right? I want $1 billion. I want $1 billion. I want $5 million. I want it. If it plopped $5 million, it could. If it plopped $5 million on you right here, what would you do? What would happen? It's going to plop $5 million on you right here. What is going to happen? It already knows what's going to happen. What's going to happen? Please tell me what's going to happen. If you plopped $1 billion, it wouldn't even matter the number. 5 billion, 20 billion on this person, you'll lose it all. You'll lose it all. You will lose it all. I've seen it too many times. I've been a financial planner for 7 years with American Express. I have seen lottery winners win millions. I was married to a man who won $17 million in the lottery. Please, people, understand what I'm talking about. It's all about consciousness. It's all about consciousness. And everybody wants $1 million or $5 million or billions, but you don't want to have a billionaire consciousness. The universe wants you to have a billionaire consciousness, because if you have a billionaire consciousness, guess what? You could take away all Mark Cuban's money right now. You could take away any billionaire's money right now. Would it be a problem? How fast before they have it all back again? How fast before they have it all back again? How fast? How fast? I'm going to tell you how fast. She preaching this morning. Come on, people, because we got to get this. We got to get this. We got to get this. We've got to get this. We've got to get this. And this is why I teach it, so that I can really get it on deeper levels. We've got to get this. This is Witchy Wednesday. This is 40 money spells, and we've got to get this. This is a magical number, 36. Number 9 is a magical number. We've got to get this. Guess what? That incredible, you titled the universe. Oh, I got to go back and look at the comments. Yay! You titled the universe. Go ahead, Mike the Goo. I love that. Guess what? Who's that billionaire who created Virgin? Who got them answers? Who is that billionaire that created Virgin Records and Virgin Atlantic? What's his name again? Richard Branson. I'm going to tell you something Richard Branson said. Bearer of ultimate, doer of everything. That's right, universe. The universe does it. And trust me, if you had a billionaire consciousness, there's no way you could not be a billionaire. Richard Branson, that's his name. Guess what Richard Branson said? He said something brilliant. They said, what if we took all your money from you? He's a billionaire. How did he buy that island? You know he has an island. It's called Necker Island. Anyone tell me, how did he buy Necker Island? When he first bought Necker Island, he bought it for $300,000 and some odd. How did he buy Necker Island? He said, good morning, how are you? How did he buy it? He bought it for $300,000 and some. That island is worth millions now. He bought it in the 70s. How did he buy that island? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? How did Richard Branson? He did not have the money. He did not have the money. How did he get the money to buy Necker Island? He did not have the money to buy that island. How did he get the money? How did he get the money? When I heard him tell this story, ooh, y'all would never guess. You would never guess how Richard Branson got the money to buy Necker Island. When I heard him tell this story, I was like, let me see somebody put it in the chat. Just have money. He didn't have money. How did he do it? Exchange, good. Sigil, that's good. That's good. Barter, that's good. How? Janet Jackson. He had signed Janet Jackson to his record label, and her records blew up, and he was getting money, and he took $300,000 of the money and bought an island. Janet Jackson! What universe? You can't figure out how this universe is going to get you your billions. He has signed Janet Jackson to his record label, Virgin Records. He did not have the money. She was like, control. Next thing you know, she was making paper and he was making paper. She was making paper and he was making paper. Janet Jackson is a freaking billionaire. A new mommy. Bless you, Janet Jackson, and your beautiful children. Bless you and your beautiful baby. And she got a billionaire husband because she had a billionaire consciousness. Janet Jackson could not be a billionaire. Janet Jackson was up there singing Control. I went to a Janet Jackson concert. I was like this. How many times did she change clothes? This was like back in the 80s, 90s. This was like 20 some years ago. She wasn't no virgin either. Hello. Come on. He got the money. He said so. Janet Jackson's records was blowing up. He was the one who had signed her to Virgin Records. And that's how he got the 300,000. He got that money and he said, let me invest it. He didn't run out and spend it. Rhythm Nation, we are a part of the Rhythm Nation. Oh my God, who remembers Rhythm Nation with the black? Oh my God. Oh my God. Janet Jackson was off the chain. And he was making paper and he was investing it. You didn't even know who Richard Branson was when you saw Janet Jackson on stage. We are a part of the Rhythm Nation. You ain't know she was doing that. You ain't know who Richard Branson was. You wouldn't know Richard Branson from. She's still slaying. You wouldn't know Richard Branson from a Man in the Moon. If Richard Branson had walked up and slapped me in the face while I was jamming to Janet Jackson, I would have not known who the hell he was. And that man was getting that paper and stashing it away and getting that paper and buying an island and getting that paper and signing another record deal in the cut. He was back in the cut doing this thing. You didn't even know who he was. And the next thing you know, he started another company. The next thing you know, he was getting that paper. Then he parlayed it. Then he got another company. He was getting that paper. Then the next thing you know, he put a house on the island. Child, he been building that fortune brick by brick for decades. And people look up and he has an empire, global empire, 300 companies, billionaire over and over again, multi-billionaire. And people wonder, how did you do it? He been at this thing for 30, 40, 50 years. On it. Every day. My five. Every day. My five. Stacking up that paper. Right? But some people just want an instant hit. That's how he has it and can keep it. That's why Janet, because you live in that territory. That's where you live. That's where you live. So that's why you can keep it. So I tell you that background about Richard Branson to tell you this story about Richard Branson. They said, Richard Branson, what if we took all your money from you? What would you do? Guess what he said? Let's say we take all your money from you. Let's say Richard Branson lost all his money. And we put you in the middle of, we take you to, just drop you in the middle of Chicago. He would get it back. He would get it back so fast. And the way he said he would get it back, I was like, that is brilliant. He said, well, guess what he said? What did he say? They dropped him in the middle. They took all his money, no credit cards, no money, no nothing, empty pockets, no bank accounts, no access to no funds, no money. They took all his money and they dropped him in the middle of Chicago on the street corner and just leave him. What would you, yeah, he'll get it back. How did he say he would get it back? And he answered the question just like that. They asked him, he answered the question just like that. I was like, how did he say he would get it back? Did anybody see how he said he would get it back? Anybody want to take a guess of what he would do? Yes, he would create it. How? What's the first thing you're going to do? You're standing on the street in Chicago. What do you do? What do you do? Yeah, Janet Jackson is Michael Jackson's sister. What do you do? Anybody? Anybody want to take a guess? Jalen said, no, tell us. This is what he said he would do. He said he would tell people, hey, he would stop people on the street. Hey, I'm Richard Branson. He said, and for $5, I'll sign my signature on a dollar bill in your wallet. He was just, well, you need money, go straight to the money. I'll sign a dollar bill in your bag for $5. Sell his signature on money. She said, okay, who would take that deal? If it was Richard Branson, I would want that energy in my purse. Richard Branson, pull out $1, sign here. I give him $5 for my signature. Then he said he would get those $5 bills. He would sign them and sell them for $10. Uh, Here's my signature on paper. $5. Hey, I'm Richard Branson. Look it up on the internet. Because you got your name. See, they can take all your money, but you still got your name. Guess what? They can wipe me off of every social media platform. It wouldn't matter. I'm still Valerie Love. I'm still KAISI. Wherever I pop up, I still got my name. You know who I am. I'm KAISI. You still got your name. So here, I must sign my signature. He said, this thing was mind-blowing. Here's the $5 bills. These are $5 bills with my signature on them. I'm selling them for $10. People buying them for $10. Here, they're giving him $10 for $5. He assigned all of those. Here's my signature for $20, $50, $100. That man was standing on that corner probably that day and make $1 million from cash, tax-free, from people giving it to him. That's a billionaire consciousness. See, it doesn't, and it's not hustle, Mr. Guys. It's not hustle at all. There's no hustle involved in that because you're standing there. People think that's hustle. It's not. It's being. It's consciousness. There is zero hustle in consciousness. Zero. Do I look like I'm hustling right now? I'm not. I'm chilling. Consciousness. And when you master your consciousness, you master the whole universe. We're here to master consciousness. Make your consciousness a billionaire consciousness. You couldn't be without billions. They'd just be circling around you, coming to you from your ideas, from Paul Mitchell systems. Somebody asked that gentleman, Paul Mitchell, who created Paul Mitchell systems, that investor who pulled out on you, I know he must be so sorry because guess what? That $500,000 investment would have turned into billions for him. And guess what he said? He said, it actually turned out for my benefit. There's the universe again. Because that's his name. John Paul DeJoria. That's his name. He said it actually turned out for my benefit because we didn't have to give up part ownership of the company, and now we own the whole company. You see, that investor was, of course, going to take probably a third, 33%, or whatever the case may be for $500,000, and that $500,000 investment would be worth billions by now. The universe was like, no, you don't need that partner. You don't need that partner for what you're about to create. And they own the whole thing. Wow. But when you see the universe busting up your stuff, you don't understand. Why is the universe busting up your stuff? Why? You put the thing so perfectly together. That's what you think, right? I put this deal together so perfectly. The universe is like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. And if you're aligned, you would be happy that it got busted up because something's not right about this. Then that just means the universe is telling me, go another way. And I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to raise my consciousness, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to ask, and I'm going to align. And the universe will show you exactly where your money is. Trust me. The universe will show you exactly where your money is, your pot of gold that has your name on it. Nobody else can't even touch that pot of gold that has your name on it. Step 2. Get dressed up and go to your favorite shopping place, mall, or shops. Now, this is what I love because we have another spell where you get all dressed up and you go into the rich immersion. You immerse in these rich places. Step 3, go into the shops you love the most and where you love the items they carry. Browse the shops with your rich feeling, touching everything you love in the store and saying to yourself, inside, I can afford that. Look at it. I can afford that. I can afford that. You're just wafting through the store, feeling rich. Please don't do this with a feeling anything other than a rich feeling. I can afford that. Feeling everything in the store. This is visceral. This is getting into the subconscious because you're wafting through the store, this very rich store with your very nice outfit on. I can afford that. And you tell yourself, I can afford that. I can afford that with your rich feeling. Next thing you know, you'll walk through any store, you'll be able to afford what's in there. Step 4, make a weekly habit and include it in your calendar to go to stores you love and perform the I can afford that spell. Make it a habit. I just used to do it all the time. Just walk through stores rather than walking through stores and wishing you could buy this or that or the other, rather than walking through Nordstrom or whatever your beautiful shops are that you love, that make you feel rich, where they have exquisite, the Gucci store, the Louis Vuitton store, whatever store works for you, the Tiffany store, whatever it is for you. And you walk through, most of the time, if you look at yourself, I was even afraid to go into some of those stores because I knew I couldn't afford what was in the stores. The Dolce and Gabbana store, Whole Foods, Bergdorf Goodman, Saks, Fifth Avenue. I used to walk by those stores because in my methodology of where I came from, our people didn't go into stores like that. Our people went into Woolworth and John's Bargain Store. That was where I came from. So when I walked past stores like Bergdorf Goodman, Saks Fifth Avenue, which I did all the time in my life, I didn't even think to go inside because that wasn't our thing. Our people didn't do it. And I remember when I started going into stores like that, I actually felt nervous, almost like I didn't belong, almost like, oh my God, what's happening? I literally could feel my heart palpitating when I would go through the little sliding glass door or put my hand on the door and just walk through the door. You're only going into a store. It's okay, boo. It's okay. I had to actually calm my nervous system because I would walk in these stores and be like feeling like a fraud. I don't belong here. All kinds of mind chatter going on. All kinds of mind chatter. And what I'm offering you is that you can free yourself of all of this. You go into those lovely high-end stores. Find the highest end stores that you love, whatever's for you, your thing, and you walk in these stores and you feel like you belong. This is really going to root into your root chakra, which, by the way, thank you, Spirit, which, by the way, please get your journal, write this out, which, by the way, here's your chakra system, right? Or your energy centers, 7 energy centers: root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Most light workers, from here down, they got issues. From here down, they got issues. Solar plexus in the belly, sacral in the womb, root, I belong, I have a beautiful home, I'm supposed to have this. Most light workers, these bottom 3 are in trouble. These bottom 3 are in trouble. That's why they can't sustain nothing. But the heart, wide open, love everybody. The throat, speaking your truth. Third eye, oh, you can see visions. You all up in the third dimensions. You reading their Akashic records, but you can't pay your light bill. You can't pay your rent, but you can read their Akashic records. Crown chakra wide open. You can see angels and all that kind of stuff, getting downloads from heaven, but you can't execute it on it. Why? Because your solar plexus chakra shut down. These 3 lower chakras, most light workers, kaput. Please do the work to open your chakras. Please do the work. The lower chakras. All this wealth stuff for me was in the root chakra. Oh, I could see angels. I could talk to this archangel, that archangel, clear as a bell, and come back and can't pay your rent. There's a problem with that. There's a problem with that. Like, wait a minute. I can see all the way to heaven, and I'm struggling to pay the energy bills. What is going on? What is going on? Get those lower chakras together, light workers. Start on your root. Start on your root. Root chakra, red in color. Start on your root chakra. I have a red pen right here. Root. Go right to the root. Start there. Don't start with your crown chakra. You good. You've been meditating, praying, chanting, all that kind of stuff. You good. Go down here, please. Go to your root. Go to your root chakra. Come on. Get this rooted in. Most light workers don't even want to be on planet Earth. That's why they're just hovering. That's why they don't have homes. They're hovering. I see so many light workers. I read energy. They're hovering above the planet. Like, you're supposed to land. You're supposed to be here. Just, where do I belong? Where do I go? Where am I supposed to be? You're floating. You're floaters. You need to root in. Root into the Earth Mother. You came here to have a human experience. You are supernatural and human at the same time, and you've got to master both. Lamb is the tone of the root chakra. Lamb. Do it with me. Deep breath in. Focus on the root. Red in color. Wear red. Swaddle yourself in red. Get red. Lamb. You feel it, don't you? Whew. You feel it. Get into that root. Eat root vegetables. Yeah, mystic eyes. Eat some beets. Get into the root. Root yourself into the mother, to the Earth Mother. Do meditations where your root goes all the way to the core of the Earth Mother. Ask the Earth Mother to receive you. It's a sense of belonging. Like, I belong here. I'm supposed to be here. I'm cared for. I'm taken care of. Root in like a plant, like a tree. Root in. Whew. These light workers just floating and wondering why you're from home to home and place to place and don't feel like you belong and I don't belong here. Yeah, your root chakra's messed up. Step 4. Okay, so you're going to make a weekly habit of that. You'll be amazed at how easily you can start to afford everything in the store. It's not a big deal. Step 5. Make careful notes in your wealth grimoire as to the dates you perform this spell and the outcomes. Have fun affording everything. Have fun affording everything. I can afford that. And be relaxed. This is not efforting. This is not thinking. This is not manipulating. This is not making it happen. Clear all that energy. It's relaxed. You ever see rich people? They're very relaxed. Why? Because everything's paid and everything's paid off. You're relaxed. Relax. It's going to be okay. Relax your nervous system. Relax your energy. It's going to be fine. You can afford everything. Everything's working out perfectly. Everything's for you. Everything is part of your lovely curriculum to get you your dream life on planet Earth. Everything's going along just wonderfully. Trust. 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 And with that, KAISI out. I love you. ValerieLove.com so that you can book a complimentary session with me for a short time. This is the last year I will be doing one-on-one coaching. We have so many beautiful clients to serve that this is the last year. If you don't get in by September, by the fall, I will no longer be doing one-on-one coaching. We have so many people to serve. Join us in the Enlightenment Circle. I love you. Happy Witchy Wednesday. I'm off on a plane shortly to VidCon in Cali. So you'll be seeing us go live in Cali. Come on, family. Come on, family. The next series starts July 13th on the Friday the 13th. It's 40 Money Scriptures, Bibliomancy for Wealth. Yummy spirit. Woo! Yummy spirit. I love you. God bless you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hugs. Peace. Buddha's a butterfly. Buddha's and butterflies. You got them super chats. And did you? I love you. Oh, by the way, the lash technician hooked me up last night. Do you love the lashes? My lash lady came over last night and finished the lashes. Do you love Do you love? Do you love? Well, not finish them. She retouched my lashes for me. So I could be straight when I go to VidCon in Cali. Mwah, love you. God bless. Ooh, have a witchy day. Ooh, have a witchy day. Yes, family. Uh, this is very interesting.